Let's start firing that across. And also, I mean, there's never really a specific time. They go for about an hour to an hour and a half. If ever, someone's at your door or you need to run off, it's absolutely fine. You can leave the camera and we'll
No, that's
roll.
fine. Should be good. The baby's not due to go to bed for an hour and a half, so we should be all right.
How old's your baby?
We got a 1-year-old, we've got
Oh,
a 13-year-old, and an 18-year-old.
oh, nice spread.
I know. Tell me about it.
I've
Got everything all at once.
just got the 2-year-old here,
Oh yeah,
but
it's a
that's
nice
enough.
age too. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people saying terrible twos, and I get
Oh,
why
they're the
people
best.
say that.
Honestly, they're the best times.
Yeah, but
They're the
this.
best times. It's when they become teenagers and they just grunt at you. You ask my boy any question and he goes,
Yeah. To know.
no. That's if
Yeah,
he answers.
all of that to come.
Oh yeah.
Right. Right, we've not officially started yet. So even though this is being streamed and people might be watching this at a later date, this doesn't count. So anything about our kids, that didn't count.
No, no. We're
Oh,
professional football managers. We don't discuss family.
yes, definitely professionals here. Right. I think that looks good to me. That looks good to me. I think we can get a crack in. So let me officially now. Wait, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. Nearly. Oh, the suspense. Why has that happened? Web3 Wayne's World. Okay. Right. I'm going to officially start things. It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm back with another Planet MFL where we leave planet Earth. We're sick of Earth. We head over to the metaverse, MFL, and usually I give you an update on how my teams are doing. I have a guest on, they give you an update. We have a general chat about life and MFL. And this week, it's a debut on the channel for Paul, aka the Dollar Club. Welcome to the channel, Paul. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you. I'd be better if the MFL site was online, but
I
I'm doing
know.
good.
I know. And weirdly, like, one of the things that when the progression stops daily, I still go in on the off seasons and just check. I know they're not going to be progression, but I just sort of just let me
Yeah.
double check there's no progression. That's what I'm missing right now.
Well, yeah, obviously I buy a lot of players, so I tend to go in every single day and just do a quick scan.
Yeah.
And I look at clubs. I look at clubs to see what prices are doing, but yeah, this is an absolute nightmare at the moment, isn't it?
It is. It is. I mean, we took it for granted. It's just always been there, always been ever present. The
Yeah.
Welsh Wizard, you've been officially named in the chat. How does that feel, Paul? How does that feel?
Well, I don't know about a wizard. I've got a bit of grey in my beard, so maybe.
Yeah. I like it. Welcome, SLD. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Paul, I hope you had a nice Christmas too.
I did.
What did it look like around your house?
We had about 10 round for Christmas dinner. It
Nice.
was a bit rowdy, and we ended up kicking people out at about 11 p.m. They'd
Okay.
overstayed their welcome.
Nice.
The kids enjoyed it, so yeah.
The kids weren't the ones you kicked out, were they? They weren't the ones.
No. They're still here, unfortunately.
Kev is also in the chat. Welcome, Kev. I hope you had a nice Christmas, Kev. I hope you weren't thinking about tactics too much and you were able to actually enjoy the holidays as well. Yeah, I was sick at Christmas. A virus went round. All of our family here,
Yeah.
like cousins, an uncle, an auntie, it was a bit of a nightmare. We're all kind of hobbling around still after it.
Yeah, we've had that the last 2 days. We've all taken it in turns. So I was feeling pretty unwell yesterday. I'm still a little bit croaky,
Yeah.
but yeah, feeling better today.
Yeah, it's it makes sense because you've got all of these people coming from different cities, some different countries, and then you see a bunch of people, and then you go off and meet some friends or meet some family, and they give you something, and it's terrible.
Well, we went to the theatre on Christmas Eve, so there was a couple of hundred people there. So we probably picked it up then.
What did you see in the
So
theatre?
we've been. It was a pantomime.
Nice.
Do you know pantomimes in Mexico?
I think
they're very
so.
British. They're a
but
British
yeah,
thing, I think.
yeah, I think it's like their version. It's not quite Panto style. It's a bit more like
Yeah,
comedy.
they're, they,
Yeah,
yeah, they're a bit tongue in cheek for the kids with a lot of hidden jokes for the adults, and
mm,
yeah, it's just very very Christmassy, bit
yeah,
of a tradition.
nice.
But
Kev's hurt
I to be honest,
his soul.
I spent like everybody else so many hours just checking the website.
Yeah, is it
Honestly,
now?
when
Now?
I don't know, it could be live right now. I haven't checked,
Live
but I
packs at the
was
store open.
when the store opened and the packs went live. I was like, oh my god, I jumped in, and then within about 5 seconds, it'd gone down. Broke my heart.
Terrible, terrible.
And
Um,
my wife is fed up of me talking about it.
yeah, it's almost worse now than it was when the MFL was up and running because then you can
Yeah,
just
yeah.
block it out.
It would have been over and done with. They would have opened my packs, told her all about them. She would have pretended she was interested, and we would have moved on with our lives. But
Beautiful.
unfortunately, she's had to hear it every day.
Yeah, I can share. I share the same sentiments. My wife said sort of something. Well, why is it down? Well, are you gonna get your money out? I was like, oh, let's not. Come on, let's not. All right, I forget. I didn't say anything. Let's forget I mentioned anything.
Yeah.
But no,
Well,
it's still
it
down.
is worrying. Like I said, I know it's nothing to do with the MFL team. They've obviously their hands are completely tied. It's one of these things. But yeah, I've seen a lot of chat. People, maybe losing a bit of faith. But no, not me. I'm in
Yeah,
for the long run.
same, same.
I'm
Um,
just seeing it. I'm just seeing a sales opportunity. I just think that I might be picking up some cheap clubs.
yeah,
People haven't got the stomach for it. They
it's
can
gonna
leave
be
out by
chaos
their
when things
assets.
reopen. It's gonna be a free for all. It's gonna be like Black Friday.
And it's
Um,
everyone's going to be ripping packs, and it's going to be good. It's going
nice.
to be like Christmas all over again.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, Paul is the runs the Dollar Club agency on MFL. I've sort of, I think I came across you maybe about a month or two ago. Started following you on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, and I just think I just love what you're doing basically, and thought, right, we have to get you on Planet MFL. We have to find out more about where it all came from because the idea of buying every player for $1, I feel like you've done more with it. I feel like just buying a player for $1, yeah, interesting. I'm sure maybe people have tried that in the past or give themselves a fixed budget for every player. But the way you've tell the story, the way you have all the clubs that you're adding to them, the way you're reporting your profits very transparently makes it such an exciting project. So, um, first of all, I want to ask: have you always played like that, or were you playing with a sort of unlimited budget when you first started MFL?
Yeah, my first season was season one, and I had a team in, I think it was in Stone, and I was playing traditionally. I was buying players and buying packs, and I did the usual. I signed up with somebody's referral code, and I bought a club, and which I don't own anymore. I bought a load of players, couldn't loan them out anywhere. Um, I think I was quite lucky because the game went through a bit of a boom, and when I decided to sell up, I think the player market was at its height. So I think I walked away with, I don't know, maybe $500 or $600 in
Yeah,
profit. And I kind of left it because life gets busy. And then yeah, I came back and I just had this thought of I wanted to play again, and I didn't really want to spend so much money on players. I thought there must be a fun way of doing this, and I just thought, well, what if I just set myself a dollar limit? Because I know I played the game before. I know how progression works, and I know how the market works. I know it goes up and down. And I was
yeah,
just thinking, if I take my time and I pick good players for $1 or less, and they progress fast, then I can sell them for $3 or $4, and then I can buy four players, and it's kind of gone from there. So I think I've bought, I don't know, over 200 players,
wow,
and I've still got a lot of them. I gave some away who were just absolute trash, and anybody who's become slightly valuable, I've sold. So I think I just got this like in little targets of, what's the lowest I can get my average spend per player. I've even worked out average value per player based on the, the kind of the estimated value of the agency. Um, yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. I've got a big spreadsheet. I've got loads of little targets on there of things I want to do, and I'm just kind of ticking them off. I guess my short-term aim at the moment is to just get a positive net spend on transfers. I'm pretty close. I think I'm about $60 in the red,
Hmm.
where I've got 165 players, I think, and the estimated value on my rosters, I don't know, anything from $250 to $300. So I'm already at a stage where if I sold, you know, my better players, I'd probably break even now.
Yeah.
But obviously, I need players to fill my clubs because I have got an obsession with buying clubs.
it
It was it, it was going to be one club, but the process is too slow. I need more players because the majority of the players I buy are never going to progress or be worth anything. So
Mhm.
I need more clubs, and I wanted more MFL because if I rip packs for um, common players, then even if I get one or two I can sell, then I could just keep adding to the agency. But yeah,
Mm.
so I'm up to 12 clubs now.
And that spreadsheet you have with profits and everything you've made, does it
Yeah,
count the price of clubs in that, or is it just players?
yeah, yeah. No, so I've got it broken down. So I've got an overall net spend. It's just obviously to calculate everything out. So I tell you, the spreadsheet looks like I've got 12 individual clubs on there. Every club's allocated their own squad. So every time I buy a player and allocate into a squad, each club has got its own roster valuation.
Mm.
And then I've got the valuation I paid for the license. And then I've got the MFL they've earned. And I even use an algorithm to just work out like almost a financial um, gain. I think I'm using like 350 to 1 MFL just for a rough
Okay.
idea, just to
Yeah.
just to play around a little bit. And then I've got an overall. So yeah, so I've got all of the clubs, the totals, all of the averages for the clubs. I think my average license spend at the moment is about $51. But obviously, when I first started, the club values were much higher. So I think $67 was my highest, and $40 is my lowest.
Okay.
So I'm trying to
That
get
sounds.
that down to below $50 because I know on average you can only sell a club for around 50.
Mm.
So even though I include the licenses in my overall net spend, I kind of know that I can regain most of that back if I ever decide to sell the clubs. But like I said on my Twitter, I still, every so often I'll publish my full financial breakdown.
Yeah.
So I think off the top of my head, obviously I've got no access to MFL at the moment because it's down.
It's
But
well. Look what Kev's
oh,
just said,
oh, right,
and
quick end the stream.
I've just had a quick glance over it. It is back. It is
Is it?
back, ladies and gentlemen. We have
Is the market
MFL
open?
back in our
Is the,
lives. It looks like markets opened well. It looks like we're back in
ooh,
business.
is the store open though?
Stores open too.
No, opening soon. That's okay. That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, soon.
I think this season I've earned more MFL than I've ever done before, and it's literally burning a hole in my pocket.
How many clubs do you have
Well,
now? Shout out to Ricky
I've
Hyde who
got
says you can never have too many clubs.
no. Well, I've got 12 at the moment. Um, when I got to 8, I said 8 is absolutely the maximum I'm going to buy, and then I went to 10 and said the same. And now I'm at 12, and I'm already looking for another club. So, like I said, you can't have too many. Um,
Is it as
yeah, I think that
your players increase, you need clubs to fill them, or is it you want
yeah.
filling
Well,
clubs?
I've bought so some of the clubs I've bought have been in like ice division, and I haven't got any players remotely close to being good enough to play in ice. But
Mm.
when they're up $40, you can't really leave them there. So I
Forty
have got a
dollars.
couple of clubs. Yeah, I have got a couple of clubs which have just got loan players in. So I've tried to just bring in loan players for as cheap as possible. The clubs inevitably finish bottom of the league. I don't
Yeah.
need them in ice. I need them in Spark or Flint, but I just collect the MFL on the way down. And then eventually, when they come down to my level, then obviously I've got a space there to put my players. But I need more players. I need to open more packs and I need to bring a few more players in. I think last season I think I filled about 6 or 7 clubs with 100% my own roster. And then I had maybe a starting lineup in one or two and then some loans. And then I think I had one or two clubs then which were just loans. But obviously, it was just trying to get the MFL and just trying to get a cheap license. But I think
And
things are going to change. Oh, here we
and
go. There's my
and with
flips. There they are.
with
Look.
with your locations, is there do you have a specific strategy there, or is it just whatever's a good value?
No, so I've obviously just called them Dollar Club, whichever country they're from.
Yeah.
There's one or two new ones there which I haven't rebranded yet because they obviously I didn't have any MFL. I spent it all, so I need to. I was going to rebrand them when the season starts. Originally, I was just filling the clubs and just kind of farming the MFL with no intention of competing. But more recently, I've decided to focus on one team. So
Okay.
I am thinking of rebranding all of them to kind of academy clubs, and they're just keeping one as the Dollar Club. But it's
Ah,
honestly, it's grown so quickly, and the players I've got are so much better than when I started. I think the thought of having a limited player when I started was a pipe dream, and now I've got loads of limited players because players have progressed. I've also bought a few pretty good ones. When you scroll through the team, you've got to bear in mind I've sold all my best players.
what's the process there? If you see, say, someone looking like they're going to be a really good player, do you sell it at
Yeah,
the first opportunity, or
sell
do
them
you?
young. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Because it's a gamble, isn't it? So if I got an 18-year-old and I pay $1 for him or I get him from a pack, if somebody wants to give me $10, then I'll sell him. $10 is normally kind of where I start trading. But yeah, of course,
Yeah.
I'll sell them for $10. They may never progress. They may stay at whatever the OVR is until they retire. I don't
Okay.
want to do the gamble. I just want to get the cash in so I can get more players.
So there's never a part of your thought process where it's like this player could be really good and then help me with this team. It's this player's
You,
good. Let's cash in on him.
so yeah, so things have changed a little bit this season and obviously for next season because um, I've got like if you sort by age, I've got a couple of really good, promising looking youngsters there where I could have sold them already, and I've decided to hold on to them. Like this guy here, he's been stuck in an unregistered team for the majority of the season. I think I can't remember if I bought him or had him from a pack, but he would have been $1 or free.
Yeah.
Um, and he was a free agent, and I received a loan offer, which I accepted. And then that person never ended up registering the team for like the kickoff league.
Ah.
So he spent half the season in unregistered team. So all he's been getting is just the training, and he's progressed.
And he still
So
progressed just with that. So that is a good
yeah,
sign.
so I'd love, and if you look at his stats, they all of his attributes are in the right place for a centre
Yeah.
back.
And can play
Um, you
everywhere
know,
across the back. I love that. Left
yeah,
back, right back, centre back.
he's a great young player. So normally I would have sold him by now, but I'm not. I'm not going to sell him now. I am going to wait a little bit longer. So whereas $10 was kind of, or maybe $8 was my cash in limit, I think
Yeah.
I'm going to increase that slightly. The other thing I've started doing is I have started buying, or there's a handful in my agency at the moment, but buying slightly older players just for my kind of my main team to try and see if
Ah,
I can get
yeah.
them to compete a little bit. So I've got I think my highest rated player actually, I think he's a 62 rated left mid.
Oh, yeah.
So
Big
I
Tornstein.
brought him in. Yeah, I brought him in for $1. I think he was rated. I think he was 60 rated, but he's progressed. He
Ooh.
started playing regularly. Look, he's had a little boost. So that was $1. That player.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
nice.
sell him now.
So
I probably wouldn't sell him now.
you bought him
Yeah,
before
I
this
bought.
boost.
Yeah, I bought him, and I don't think he'd ever shown any progression. It's one of the things I was looking for. Not so much with this player, but a lot of the players I buy are generally freshly minted.
Hmm.
So I like to get young players, but if I see a player pop up and he's never played a game in his life, then it's kind of like a blank canvas, and he's a blank page. Anything could
Hmm.
happen, and for $1, you got to take the punt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the agency just gets stronger and stronger. I've still got predominantly young players. I've still got some real good progression players.
And then
But
in terms of divisions, they're all about good enough to be kind of mid-table in Flint and
no, no, no. Honestly, it's so depressing. This is the negative. So nearly all of my teams finished last in the league.
Ah,
So Dollar Club Wales are my marquee team, if you would. So I put the squad together there, and it's the strongest squad I've ever put together.
yeah,
And before the tables came out, I thought if I should be mid-table. And honestly, I must have got drawn into one of the hardest Spark leagues ever. So
ah,
yeah, so I went from thinking this is it now. This is the first season when I'm going to compete
yeah.
to just be in absolute trash.
Wow, this top team, 64 points.
Yeah, but
Didn't
honestly, you
lose.
look at yeah, but you look at the squads on some of these; they're unbelievable. Some of the squads in Flint. I don't understand why somebody buys a team in Flint and then loads it with hundreds of dollars worth of players.
Yeah, it's
Just buy
strange.
it. Just buy a license in a higher league. It's almost a waste of money. And look at the ages on that guy there. All his players are 21. You have
That's
a look at
strange.
all of the rares. Where are they getting the players from? If you're buying a club like that and you're spending that money, just I don't understand why you just don't start higher in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see the ages
it's
on.
all of their own players as well.
I know.
Strange. Yeah, very strange.
Unless obviously I don't know who that is, but it could just be a massive agency and they've got loads of great players. But
Yeah.
the hardest thing, Flint is the one for me. I've got a couple of teams in Flint, which I want to stay in Flint. I need space for my really poor players. But I just was is the store open?
The store's open now.
Oh,
People have been jumping in. Kev said Johnny Depp's in the chat. Welcome,
no.
Johnny. You can buy packs now.
But this is one of my dilemmas now because traditionally I've always opened the cheapest packs.
Yeah. So you
Like
always go for
like
common.
buying lottery tickets. Yeah, yeah. I normally open those, and I think last season I opened like 17 of them, and I did okay. I had some good players, but I think this season, for the first time ever, I may open a couple of the limited packs.
And
I've
do you
got
get
about
packs and pack drops, or do you just spend MFL on these
no,
packs?
no, I can't because I can't spend the money. That's part of the rule I've set on myself. So
Ah,
I can't
okay.
buy packs. I can only
Right.
use MFL or trade players. If I was, I don't know, if I had some rule where I bought a player for $1, and then if I sold him for 5, I could buy a player for 5, then things would be different. But no, it's a hard limit. It has to be a
Mm,
dollar or less.
fair.
I've got players I've paid 10 cents for. But
Yeah.
I want the agency to improve. I've got enough clubs and enough MFL coming in that I can start opening better packs. But
SLD's another one of these managers populating those
yeah,
Flint leagues with players that are too good.
yeah, it happens. It's like I said, each to their own.
I
But
suppose you just have to hope that they get promoted quickly, they get out of your league, and
well, yeah, the thing so I've got Flint teams literally because I got players who were below the minimum requirement for Spark. Um, but like I said, my Spark club's finished bottom of the league, and there's been no real relegation for the last couple of seasons. So
mm,
the only reason the most of my teams are still in Spark is because they haven't been relegated because there's not enough teams coming up from Flint. Um, Maybe that
okay,
will change now this season. So I kind of hoping that my main team gets relegated to Flint just so I can try and compete.
yeah, no, it
But
makes sense.
it's strange
Um,
how it works because I've done a lot better in the cups. I got to a couple of semi-finals and a couple of quarters, and I think 10 of my 12 teams got out of the group stage, which is funny when you finish bottom of the league, dead
it,
last in most of those teams. But I did
yeah, that
rotate for
is,
the cups.
yeah. I guess that this cups is good because you get matched with evenly
Mm,
ranked teams, so maybe you were playing
yeah,
against other teams sort of in similar positions that hopefully were taking the
yeah,
league more seriously and resting players for the cups, and
yeah. I was doing the opposite. I didn't care about the league. I was
yeah,
making sure everyone was tip top for the cup, and it worked. I got a couple of extra, maybe 1,000 or so MFL from doing that.
love it.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's just fun. I just find it fun, just kind of play in the system a bit, just trying to do something different. It'd be very easy to just buy a load of really good players and have a proper crack. But
Yeah,
I think I'd
that's
lose interest.
that's another angle that I really like about your this way of playing because it's what I do as well not quite to that extent, but how I play Sorare, how I play MFL, how I think will play any Web3 game is I'll never want
Yeah,
to go in straight away and just throw lots of money at it because
yeah,
I'm cautious. I like to slowly work the game out, see if this is actually going to be worth my time before I
yeah.
invest more, and I gradually do that. And I don't have that many funds to throw into these
No,
games. So I always play Sorare on a kind of on a budget. What are the budget stacks I can build? How can I play on a budget? And MFL I've done the same where I've kind of gone.
yeah,
I gave myself like I think £100 budget. Buy the club. What can I buy with that? And can it be
yeah,
self sufficient? That for me is the kind of the game. Is can I get this agency to a place where I don't have to keep throwing lots of money at it? So
yeah. So, like I said, I think I'm there now
mm,
already because I got enough MFL each season. Even if I just opened common packs, I'd have more than enough players eventually. I'd get to the point where I'd have to hold on to MFL. So I think I'm kind of there in regards to being self-sufficient, but not competing at all.
yeah,
Um, like I said, I think once I hit a kind of a green net spend for transfers, maybe I'll hold on to more players, see them through to retirement. I sold. I don't know if you can see my sold players, but I've sold a couple of youngsters who went on and did really well. But I think there's a guy, this centre back, his surname is Swinning. You'd probably have to scroll through that a bit.
yeah. So the sold. You sold something for $9, $3.
Yeah, yeah, we don't talk about that. That's my club purchase. Move on.
Oh, $13. H Samuel.
Yeah. So yeah, he was a youngster, but look, he's done that.
So did you
He hasn't
buy
progressed.
him or did you pack him? So you bought.
I can't see. So I bought him for $1, presumably. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't say and you bought him. It just says. It doesn't have the history, so you must have packed him, I
I would
guess.
have I would have packed him. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would have packed him. So yeah,
and
so I
then
sold him for well, I can't see the screen from you. Is it like
you
thirteen
sold him for
dollars or twelve dollars?
$13. Yeah, and then he's ended
Yeah.
up selling
So
him as well.
so he obviously hasn't progressed at all. So if he doesn't progress, then that's a really good result for me because
Yeah.
when he gets to 22, 23, he's not going to be worth any. He's going to be worth $1.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would have sold, but I'd sold him, and then I've got $13 then to bring in 13 other players. This win in there, look. So if you have a look at his progression,
Oh wow.
boom,
Yeah, that looks appealing. So how much did you get from
yeah,
him?
he's good.
30. Wait, no, he sold him now for 30.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I sold him ages ago when he literally was like +4,
Yeah.
and he was, I can't remember what he was. He was like, yeah, it would have only been 2 seasons ago. So I bought him
Oh.
for $1, didn't I? Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah,
you
so
bought
I
him for a
paid $1
dollar,
for him.
sold for
Yeah,
7.
yeah. I think I sold that person maybe 2 players, and I think there was like an average cost. But yeah, I could have hung on to him. He would have been great for my agency at the moment. But I was just thinking at the time, that's another 7 players.
Yeah.
Like I said, most of a lot of the good deals I've had have been buying young players or players which may have shown a little bit of improvement. And as soon as they've improved even a bit, and I've been able to make some money, I've just sold them. But
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
said, I think that's
I think there'll always be players like that that kind of you go
hmm,
but then I think there'll be more players that will be like you just said. They'll when they're 23, they'll be worth a dollar. So
yeah, yeah, and it happens. But you think of somebody like Swin, and I know I could have held on to him. I knew he looked like he was going to progress really well, but I can't remember where I was at the time. Maybe I made a staunch decision I wasn't going to credit any more money into my Dapper wallet. So
mhm.
if my Dapper wallet was on zero, I probably sold him thinking I can bring in 7 more players. I need
Okay.
players in my agency rather than one player in a team that's not competing. So
Mhm.
like I said, that's the
No.
game I'm playing. I'm not really playing it to. I would like to compete, but that's not the aim. The aim is to be self-sufficient. The way I look at it, I've got 12 clubs at the moment, and they print NFTs.
Nice.
And any one of those NFTs, when I buy packs from the store, if I strike lucky, if I get a 16-year-old, in a limited pack who's got good stats, then he could be 50, 60, $70.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
one or two of those, and then I'm green for net spend. And then I can start chipping away at those license fees, which
Yeah.
obviously are a lot more. So I suppose in a way, I've still, I've still spent a lot.
Yeah.
I know
I
I keep
think
saying, oh, it's only $1, but my investment is, it's obviously more substantial than that.
I think managers like SLD saying here, like he does things to make things interesting, like teams with over 30s, pack players only, loan sharks. It makes it more interesting. I think it does. I think like from a content point of view, from just a hearing other MFL managers, I this is what I like. I want to hear more stories like this. I just think it's what's so great about MFL is that you can play it in
Yeah.
so many different ways. Like you can't really play even Football Manager. You can't really play Football Manager in this
No.
uniquely. You have to kind of go
Yeah.
with how the game says, otherwise you get sacked.
Yeah.
So that's
Look, I've
what's
always
amazing
played.
about this.
Yeah, like I've played Football Manager. I was trying to work this out earlier. I played Football Manager. I'm not young. I've played Football Manager games since, I don't know, probably day dot, probably on the ZX Spectrum, or
Oh
I definitely
wow,
remember
nice,
playing them on my Amstrad's 464 with the
nice.
green screen. So I've been playing them forever, and I played Championship Manager from its first iteration before it became Football
That's when I
Manager.
started. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've always done similar things. I've always, I normally pick some on Football Manager. I quite often play in the Welsh League,
Hmm.
only because the standard is awful. And even if you qualify for the knockout stage of any the European Cups, you get more money than any other team's going to see. And then I just do the same. I just buy young players, hope they progress, sell them on to Premiership teams or higher teams for the sell
Yeah.
on, with the aim of just trying to become the richest club in the world.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I'm not doing that a year, but it's a similar thing. Buying young players, not spending much money, and hoping to sell them. But this time it's real money, not
Mm.
joking money.
Yeah. No, it's fascinating. I love it.
Mm.
And also you started playing Sorare too now. So and I think
Yeah,
you're doing like a free to play or something like that there,
yeah.
right?
So I'll be honest with you. So I started playing Sore, and I was trying to do a dollar challenge, like I'm doing on
Ah,
on
okay.
yeah. But I realized the dollar challenge isn't possible because you can't buy a goalkeeper for $1.
No,
Therefore, you
not one
can't
that
compete.
plays. Yeah.
No, so then I thought, oh, I'll do $1 average. So if I bought 10 players for $10, so I bought a goalkeeper and then I bought a load of players. So I managed to get a team together to play Challenger in the Scottish League. But then I don't know, I felt like it was cheating. I didn't spend $1 for the player, so I thought just to make it interesting, let's try the free to play challenge. So
Yeah.
I actually, this is going to sound crazy. I deleted my account without selling the players, which I really should have done. I deleted my account and I started again, but I started again on the absolute free to play challenge.
Ah,
So it's just a little bit of fun. Every
yeah.
morning I log on, I open some packs, I do the common challenges. So I've got 3 limited players now, and I'm very close to my fourth limited poll.
Very
Um,
nice.
just doing the collections and the completion challenges on So
Yeah.
Rare, which is mind-numbingly boring now because I've done all of the easy ones, and now I've got to complete squads,
Oh,
and
I
I've
think
got so
I'm
many.
there too. Yeah.
I've got so many squads that need like 2 players, one
You start to
player,
think it's
three
a
players.
conspiracy. Like they're not in the
It is.
packs. Those players are not
It.
in the packs.
Well, I discovered today that you get those benched packs.
Yes.
So I've
Did you
been
see
opening.
Hoodwink
So I've been
tweeting
trying.
about that?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. Funny enough, I saw that after I kind of bought the few, but I was just because I'm trying to do. I think it's the Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Everton set in the Premier League.
Hmm.
So they're all in the same pack. So I'm just buying that pack over and over and over. But the majority of the time, I'm not getting any new players. And then I thought, oh, I could see the benched pack for the Premier League. So I bought one of those, and I had like, I had like 2 new players for the teams I was trying to complete
Mm,
straight away. So yeah, I spent all my money on those, and I
nice.
got like 4 players, whereas I might have had none whatsoever. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's just a bit of fun. That's a long-term thing. I thought it would just be a bit more, just to mix it up a bit on. Obviously, I use X,
Yeah.
Twitter, whatever. I just
I
thought it would be.
I think there's a big problem with these kind of games, MFL, sorry, but we'll use MFL as the example. In that, when you're a new person and you haven't played the game before, it does seem very expensive, and I think it will put a lot of people off playing the games. Like if
Yeah,
they go, "Oh, what? So rare Haaland will cost me like £150. I don't want to play this game. This seems ridiculous." And
yeah,
MFL, a club cost me this much, but then because it's what put me off MFL originally. I was like, yeah, okay, I have to buy a club, but then I have to buy all the players myself. I had a quick
yeah,
scan of the market, saw figures like 70, £100, and was like, it just puts you off. And I think there needs to be
yeah.
more voices like yours, more of a narrative of you can play these games in a different way. It doesn't have to be a
Mm,
diamond manager's budget. You can play for $1. You can
no.
play for free. You can play so rare for free. You can play MFL on a nice budget, and I think that should be more vocal. I think we should hear those stories more.
Yeah, I get a lot of DMs on Twitter, people asking about, what about this and how feasible is it to start? And I always say to them, look, if you can buy a club for, quite often they're up for $48, $47. If you can get a club in Spark for $47, even if you just bring in 0% loans,
Mm,
then at the end of the season you're going to get some MFL. So eventually you're going to open a pack.
yeah,
And then you'll have your own players, and then regardless, you just put them in your team. You put them in your team, and if any of them progress, and you can sell them for $3 or $4, then you can buy another 3 or 4 players, and it doesn't take long to snowball to the point where you can just buy. I don't know. I'm on my third season, I think, and I'm at the stage now where I could literally buy. I don't know, open 30 common packs. I'd have 30 players. That was pipe dream when I started.
yeah.
But obviously, I've had to invest in the club licenses to get the MFL I'm getting in.
And
So, and
what?
like I said, I flipped a few licenses as well. I think people who follow me have seen I like announce, oh look, I've got a new license, and then all of a sudden I've sold it for like a $4 profit,
Yeah,
and they're like, why have you done that? And I'm like, that's 4 new players.
that's four. Yeah, four brand new players.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I've got more than enough teams at the moment, but I'm still on the lookout. If I see a cheap deal,
So you're
I'll,
spending all of your MFL on common players and
no,
maybe a limited pack.
I'm thinking I might get. So I've got enough to get 5 limited players, the 3,000 MFL ones. So I'm contemplating that. But I've only ever opened common players. So I was thinking of opening maybe the limited 55 59s, maybe 3 or 4 of those, and then a couple of the common 50 54s.
Yeah,
But I think I'm probably just going to buy 5.
five of these.
Maybe I'll just buy 5. Yeah, but I want to keep some MFL back as well. So I'm going to have a little. I'll work it out. But
I
like I said,
might.
if I buy limited,
Oh, I've
if
got.
I
I
buy
think
the
I've got the same as
55
you.
59s, if I buy 55 59s, they're going to be starters in nearly all of my teams. So, maybe I should just keep gradually working my way up.
Hmm. The
If I
drop
bought
off.
common 50s to 54s, most of those players would get into my teams,
Yeah.
especially
Hmm.
my lower teams. But yeah,
Yeah, I
I don't
suppose it
know.
depends how lucky you get, but
But this is the other thing, see, because when I open the common packs, because I can open so many, I may. I think last season I opened a load, but I felt really lucky. I had loads of good youngsters, loads of 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, which were decent. So it did feel quite good.
hmm.
What I don't want to do is open 5 limited packs and just get 5 really, well, no, poorish players.
Yeah.
I could end up with 5 28-year-old 55 OVRs. I don't really want that.
Would you be tempted with the 60 to 64 to kind of guarantee better
No, I think he'd be
players?
too high, wouldn't he? He'd be too high. I haven't got
Hmm.
this. My squads are not at that level yet. If I open the limited packs and I get a 60 to 64, then I'd be happy. But yeah, I think apart from that 62 I've got, I think my next highest rated player is a 59. So I
Hmm.
don't really want to don't
Yeah,
really
no,
want to
that
push it
makes
too much because it affects training and so on.
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to opening the packs though. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
I might open one now. I might spend it. Why
Yeah,
not?
do
The
it,
store's
do
open.
it,
Let's do
do
it.
it.
I think I'm gonna go. I've got 15,000 to spend. I think I'm gonna spend it basically all on that. An
Go on
uncommon
then.
pack. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Well, I'll take it off here in case it asks for passwords and stuff. Uh,
The other thing I'd say with the Dollar Club project, yeah, I started my project before I decided to go on social media. So I kind of like
Ah,
I thought I'm going to do this just for myself for a laugh. And then I started following a lot of people on Twitter, and I thought, actually, maybe I'll just tell people what I'm doing. So yeah, that's kind of how it worked out. And now
I think
obviously
it's
I
better though because you've created the project because you want to do it, not
hmm,
for social media. That's why it
yeah, yeah,
feels more genuine.
yeah. The social media was kind of an afterthought, but I am enjoying it. It's nice, you know.
Right. Let's see what I've wasted 10,000 MFL on. Big Roberto, welcome to the club. Chilean 23, not bad.
Ooh, that's good.
Right midfield, pace and
Ooh,
dribbling.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take
that's
that.
all right. That's okay.
I was expecting a 27-year-old goalkeeper, but yeah, we'll take that. Nice.
Yeah, I think that do you know what, a lot of people sell packs, don't they?
Yeah,
And I have kind of I enjoy opening the packs too much to sell them because
same.
obviously it'd make more sense for me to sell the packs and just pick my own $1 players, because then at least I can buy players which would fit into my team. But that kind of takes away
Mm,
the magic a bit, doesn't it? You still
yeah,
gotta
no, definitely.
you still gotta open those packs. Anybody
If
could be in there.
if someone off this is a stupid question time. If
Yeah,
someone offered you a legendary player for $1.10, you'd reject it, right?
I would. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah,
this is
yeah, you'd have
otherwise
to.
what's the point? You know,
Yeah, it's true
what's the
because
point?
then
Like I said,
Rome crumbles.
the most frustrating thing I have is obviously I put offers in for lots of players. So normally I've got a couple of I've got the thing set up where I get email notifications for certain players who have been put on the market, which match my criteria. Normally they're $2 or $3, and the amount of times I put a purchase offer in, and somebody comes back saying $1.10, and
That's
I'm
on
like,
purpose, right?
well, I don't know, I don't know. It works both ways. Some people have messaged me on Twitter saying I accepted your offer because I like watching what you do.
Ah, that's cool.
So, you know, so it does work out. But yeah, I think some people just do it for a laugh. Nobody's done $1 yet. So, you know,
There's
you could
a
be the first.
yeah,
Anybody could be the first.
it's a
But
great opportunity.
I know. But honestly, the way the market at the moment is a buyer's market. You know, the quality of players have been picking up for $1 is unbelievable. You know, just buying limited players with a little bit of age for $1.
Over the past 3 seasons, has there been a period where it hasn't been a good period for buying? Has there been a period where you'd be like,
Yeah.
these aren't, I'm not
Well,
touching these?
well, when I started, I was buying players in the four, 40 OVR, like 45, 46, 47. That was it. I was trying to get youngsters who were anywhere near 48
Hmm.
OVR. And now you can do a quick search on the market, and there'd be multiple players 50 plus for $1. And that's listed at $1. When I click to $2 or $3, you're buying limited players. I'll put in loads of bids, and most of them get rejected, but every now and then somebody will accept, and then I end up getting a decent player. I think one of my best purchases, I bought a 20-year-old attacking midfielder for $1, and he was
Mm,
60 OVR. Is he 60 OVR? 58 OVR, but he was like 21.
yeah.
But again, I received an email saying this player's literally just been listed, and within like 30 seconds, I bought him. And he was working really well for me. And I spoke to quite a lot of people online, and people say, "Yeah, how do you find the players?" And I think I've told too many people, because I'm not going to name names, but one of the people I spoke to, every time I go to buy a player, they've just been bought by
Oh
this
no.
person. So
He's nicked your idea.
yeah, I literally told them, I literally said, "Do this, go on this website and do this, and then you get sent an email." And yeah, they're obviously responding quicker than I am. So I keep missed out on some great players.
Ah.
But luckily, I can open packs now. I can get better players from packs. So I'll
Hmm.
keep improving the agency.
In terms of your clubs, do you sort of manage them all and watch all of the games or just results?
I every single club set to the same formation. So when I'm buying players, I know that I only need, left backs, right backs, left mids, right mid, whatever it may be, and I've got a rough idea in my head when I'm just browsing about what I've already got. I have obviously got a spreadsheet which shows how many players have got in each position and how old they are. They all use exactly the same tactic. So I've set the tactic on one team and then loaded it up for the others. It's a terrible tactic. It's the 4-1-2-1-2 tactic, which a lot of people use. I normally have 22 players in each club and they just direct swaps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll run the first team for a couple of games. If I get suspensions, I'll swap somebody out. After a couple of games, I'll go in and I'll switch out the backup team for the first team. And I'll just do that through the season. On the match days, I wait until after the games have finished, and then I click on past fixtures. I click on view match, and then I normally jump to half time and then jump to the end. I don't
Okay.
watch the match at all. I literally just check what the result was at half time, have a look at the stats, have a look how well I've been doing, and then I jump to the end and try and guess if I've won or not. So
So
and I haven't. Generally I haven't. I normally lose. So I go to half time, I'm normally losing 4-0, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I'll skip to the end and it'll be 7-8-0. But sometimes I'll skip to half time and it's 0-0, and I'm like, oh, I got a chance here.
Yeah.
And then I skip to the end and it's 5-0. So
And has it always been that formation all 3 seasons? The 4-1-2-1.
yeah, yeah. Only because it's the first formation I used. So when I started buying young players, I bought them for that formation. And because I don't care about results, really, I'm
Mm.
only doing it for progression and making sure the players play. I don't really care that much if we lose. The exception being at the moment is my Dollar Club Wales team. Going forward, they are going to have the pick of all of the players in my agency. If there's a formation change which makes that team better because the players I unpack, then I will change formation on that team. But generally, I don't really care that much.
That
It sounds
Welsh
terrible,
club
doesn't it?
is in Barry. Is that
Well,
special town to you, or it's just somewhere
no,
in Wales?
it's close. It's fairly close to where I live. So my team is Cardiff City.
Uh-huh.
Cardiff City on this side, yeah. So I'm trying to get a Cardiff license now. When I played originally, I owned 3 Welsh licenses, and I sold them when I cleared my account out, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I sold all of my players and all of my clubs, and I withdrew all of my money from Dapper, so everything was empty. And then
Yeah.
I started the Dollar Club Challenge. But I put a call out recently because I've been trying to find a Welsh license because there's not many of them on for sale. The ones which are for sale, there's a card. If you look now, there's 2 Welsh licenses for sale. The Cardiff one is $1,000, and there's one for like I think it's Haverfordwest or something like that, and I think even that's over $100.
I would have thought there'd be more.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Only
So there's plenty.
one.
Yeah, there we go. So, and that's $1,000.
Hmm.
That's that's the one I would like, but obviously I'm not spending $1,000. It doesn't mean that much to me.
Yeah.
But there was a yeah. So I put a call out asking if anyone had a Welsh license because I wanted my marquee club to be at least be a Welsh club. I'm Welsh at the end of the day. Um, and luckily, I was able to do a trade. I did a trade with SUFC Blades. He contacted me on Discord and said he had a team. So I think I swapped him a Scottish team. He gave me a Welsh club, so I was very happy. So yeah, we did the trade, and now yeah, just so happens it's Barry, which is fairly close.
And I don't I don't even know if Welsh people like Gavin and Stacey, but that's where
Well, yeah, we
Barry.
do, but that's where yeah, so that's where my club is. Yeah, it's in Barry,
Uh-huh.
Barry Island.
Yeah. I didn't know
Yes,
if it was like
everybody loves.
one of those shows where it's set in a country and people from the actual country think, it's annoying and they got this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, and then people in other
No,
countries think, oh, it's great, we love it, it's
they
great.
got no, they got everything right. They got
Yeah.
everything right. I think one of the writers is Welsh, so yeah, it is
Yeah.
funny. We there's plenty to laugh at,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
but
like it.
yeah, it is good. Yeah, and most people seem to like it. Nobody likes James Corden, but everybody loves Gavin and Stacey.
Everyone likes
It
Ruth
just seems to be,
Jones.
and everyone likes Ruth Jones. Yeah, she
Yeah.
is nice.
I've been to Cardiff. and I've been somewhere in the north, a beach town on the north.
Oh, it's like Aberystwyth or something like that.
Is Landudno? Is it?
Oh, Llandudno, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Llandudno. Yeah,
lots of
Aberystwyth
L's.
is more, yeah, Aberystwyth is more over to the west, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's a lovely place to live.
Yeah, no, I'd like to go again. I mean, I live in Mexico now, so I've made it a lot harder for myself.
But yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
holiday, isn't it?
I liked Wales. It
So
was a
we'll do
good.
a swap. We'll do a swap. I'll go to Mexico. You can come here.
It'll be like that film, The Holiday. We'll swap
Yes,
houses.
which we watched the other day. We both fall in love with strangers, and
Yes,
our wives and partners won't be happy.
they won't, but it'll be great
No.
content.
Yeah. You could do a
Um,
series on X, Looking for Love.
don't get me started because these are the kind of things. On last episode, someone mentioned we should do a diss track and make a
Oh, right, yeah.
some kind of musical. And now I just can't stop thinking about like
Who are you going to
lyrics.
diss?
Well, Root Cause was put forward in the episodes, but I don't know if I'd want it to be him. I think I'd want it to be someone who can take it, someone that's like willing to go along with it, but also someone that might fight
But
back.
the other problem we got with Root Cause is he's one of the very few users who sound like a rapper. Root Cause.
That is well,
I
that's
want
not
to
a
see.
problem. That's actually helps
I
us
want to
here.
see. He needs to do a diss track. He needs to do an Amreezy
Yeah,
diss
he
track.
should. He should probably against his other Yorkshire Tea boys. He should do a diss track,
Yeah.
and then we should just hype it up. We should just stir the pot and just keep spreading rumors and stuff.
But to be honest, with AI nowadays, you can do a diss track in about 5 seconds, can't you?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
it's not
That
like it
is
used to
true.
be.
How much MFL content do you watch? Do you spend
I
hours
what?
watching it?
No.
Yeah, it's too much.
I. I.
Not enough
I.
time.
This problem I've got is obviously with family and stuff and just time. The beauty of MFL is I can whip my phone out anywhere and just have a quick scan through. So I do watch some of the live streams. I quite often watch Jimbo's The Wender cast because it's normally on at a good time.
Yeah,
I watched a few of the others. I tend to watch them, especially on YouTube. I'll go back and watch old streams, or old videos and just work my way through. I still keep finding people who are doing content.
yeah,
I know lots of people do content. I know lots of people share content, but I haven't got time to watch it all. And every now and then I'll surprise myself. I'll watch somebody and think, oh, they're really
yeah.
good. I'll watch more of that. So I do tend to do that, but I don't watch that many, which was
Hmm.
evident when they had the Christmas stream and all of the questions were about the content of the streams. I was just guessing,
Yeah,
guessing. I had the Christmas questions right, but yeah, lots of the others I was like, I don't know, guess.
I'm like that every time we
Yeah.
do a quiz. The people that do well in those quizzes, I don't know how they do it. They just got. They're some of the cleverest people in the world enter those quizzes.
Yeah. Well, I noticed we did the one, didn't we, where we had the fossil thing.
Ah, yeah, the dinosaur.
Well, it was
One.
the fossil thing, and somebody in the chat, I can't remember, was like, "Do the fossil thing, do the fossil thing," and I was like, "Oh, do you mean let's just do a duck race?" But they did the fossil thing, and I thought I did really well, and I finished last but one,
No
and I
way.
had like my score was like 4,000, and the person who finished first had like 90,000, and I'm like, they've played that before.
Yeah, no, someone knows how to code. Someone knows how to
Yeah,
code
no, but
fossils.
I realized after if you just like constantly click in one part of the screen, I think it does go a lot quicker. But yeah, I don't know.
Ah. Nah, stick to the duck races, Jimbo. Nice and
Hmm.
easy, no skill needed.
So the other thing I've done recently, just to add to it, is that the new Reddit.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Wait,
that was
wait.
interesting because I'm a Reddit user, and I clicked on. I think I did a search on Reddit, and there was nothing. There was no. Well, I tell a lie. There was one thing. There was this. So this / MFL game already existed. So I know I keep saying I created it. I didn't create it.
Oh, I thought you
Somebody had
created
set it
it.
up. But somebody set it up months and months and months ago and never did anything with it.
Ah, okay.
So I contacted them and we arranged that I could take over. So they've left and I'm
Okay.
now the moderator. So it was dead. It was dormant. I think it had like 90 views in about 4 months. So
Mhm.
I've been posting on there, and one or two other people have been posting on it. But like I said, it's quite new. And I know lots of people now are using Discord, but I just thought, you know, Reddit, there's so many Reddit users, and there's lots of Reddit users who do play MFL,
Yeah,
which is
no,
evident from this because I set it up and I've kind of been adding content daily myself, just trying to get it off the ground. But I think we've got, I don't know, close to 50 members already. When I was looking at the kind of the reach, if you can, I don't know if you can see the insight on yours, but it shows that how dead it was, and then all of a sudden it's come to life. But I think the
55
like I
weekly
said,
visitors, it says
yeah. Can you click on that? Does that do
on
anything?
this.
No. Oh, just on the stats bit. No, it probably doesn't. It's just on mine, isn't it? But
Hmm.
it's had something like I don't know, 3,000 views in the
Matt's
first
been
like.
posting on here as well 5 days ago, so that's good.
Yes, yeah. They posted that message. I did obviously speak to them about it because after I set it up, I realized it looked quite official. You know, I've used their logo and I've put links on the sides like as if it's them, and I've not tried to set it up any other way other than just a. I think the introduction clearly shows that it's just a group for for discussion and people sharing stuff.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great idea because when I first started playing MFL, it was one of the first things I did was where are the people? Where's the chats?
Yeah,
And I did check Reddit and I was very surprised. Like this, it seems like
yeah,
it
there was
would be a
nothing.
Reddit community. Like I don't know how to
Yeah, yeah.
describe it, but it seems
Well,
Reddit friendly.
not even an official one. So most developers would immediately grab the, like MFL is taken. MFL itself is a redirect to NFL.
Yeah.
So that's been gone for years. So most people then would have the name of the game and then play at the end or game at the end. And yeah. But I
Yeah.
don't know, like I said, it's growing. I'll keep adding stuff there. If there's any content creators watching, in the last like 10 days it's had 3,000 views. So there's lots of people viewing just from within Reddit, and then there's people coming from external because it's already the other good thing about buying it when it's already been created, it's already ranked on Google. So if you search Google MFL Reddit, it's the top. It already comes up as
Nice.
the top link.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I'll keep adding to it and just see what
Yeah.
happens. But I have
So
started getting people, just finding it now. There's a post somewhere.
MFL
I can't
game.
remember
This is what you need to go. If you're on Reddit, people,
Yeah,
MFL game, go join.
yeah. It's also yeah, like I said, I think Reddit people have started popping up for them. On the financial update one there, the one you're hovering above now, like you see the comments on there. So somebody jumped on there yesterday saying, "Oh, I've just found the game, just discovered it, and I found your Reddit."
Ah,
So it is working,
yeah.
and yeah. So I've just shared a bit of advice about what to do, and I think they just discovered the game with no budget and bought an ice team, and I was a bit like, yeah, you need ice is quite competitive.
Yeah. So get loaning some players this
Yes,
season.
yeah,
Get
alone in
relegated and
indeed.
then you can buy.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, people are finding it, and it should take off. It's ticking over. I'll keep adding stuff on there, but
Yeah, I'll try and post it in there a bit more because I would like it to be a place where we all go because I like Reddit.
yeah. And like I said,
It's a
the reach is good anyway. So if you want to encourage people to join MFL, post those cool videos in there, let people check them out because it
yeah,
obviously pops up on other people's Reddit streams, whether they're in the group or not.
definitely.
There's a lot of
Um,
Web3 groups. There's a lot of Web3 gaming groups. There's lots of gaming for profit groups and these types of things. And because of the keywords in the description on that Reddit group, these posts pop up on their timeline. So yeah, like I said, the reach is pretty decent.
yeah. Yeah, and I was just surprised it wasn't there because it's kind of it's with all these online games, yeah, Reddit's like one of the number one go-to places, and I
Yeah, yeah,
place other games I'm part of. Like Sorare has a big Reddit presence, and there's lots of people
massive. Yeah,
sharing tips and players, and I could easily see that in the future where people are sharing their players on MFL, saying this guy's available
yeah,
for loan, who wants him, and
yeah. Like I
yeah,
said, it will happen. MFL. I completely and utterly believe in MFL at the moment. I think that it's so good. It's just so good.
yeah,
You try to explain, especially from people from a football manager background, like where I'm from. It's just like it's football manager, but you own your own club and
yeah, it's
you own your own
brilliant.
players, and it does cost a bit of money, but it doesn't have to cost a fortune.
Yeah,
It really doesn't. You can have really good fun at the lower leagues, spending $2 or $3 a player. You can still try and compete for that. I just think it's great. And
Yeah.
all I've really been playing is MFL. I don't play Football Manager anymore, and I think it's the first year since we mentioned going back to Championship Manager. It's the first year I haven't bought Football Manager.
Oh
I
wow.
just didn't bother buying it. I just didn't bother. I can get my fix playing MFL, and
You, you,
it feels more personal, doesn't it?
you're not. Yeah. I mean, I did buy it this year, but I haven't played it as much as previous ones, and I think because I didn't have MFL in those previous ones, and I
Yeah,
do think there's that fix that you get from developing or just spotting a bargain that no one else saw. You saw it,
yeah.
gave that player a chance, and now you can sell them on, or they're a star.
It-
That feeling, once you're getting that with MFL, I think that Football Manager might
yeah,
just
but
become a
that's what I was looking for, and that's where I've got. So,
yeah,
like I said, I told you earlier, when the way I play Football Manager, I tend to build a good academy and scout the best youngsters in the world, hope to sell them for a big profit. And you do get a good sense of achievement, but it's not real money, is it?
yeah,
It's just figures in the game. Whereas on MFL, if I like I said, when I was playing previously, there's a good example. Years and years, if you go through my history far enough, you can see when I played originally. But I think I bought a player there for $3 or $4 and sold him for $100. And I was thinking, oh my God, that's crazy.
yeah,
That's real money. I took that money out and I spent it on real
mm,
things.
yeah.
It's
It's
unbelievable.
it's also real managers you're playing against is such a big thing. It's like
Yeah,
knowing you're beating another person just feels more rewarding than beating the computer.
when you get drawn against a team or you check your league and you see that you're against, I don't know, one of Trust's teams,
Yeah,
or you see something like that and you think, oh, I know them.
yeah,
I know what they look like. I've heard their voice. They're a real person. Or there's people I talk to quite a lot on Twitter and on Discord, and then all of a sudden, or the league comes out, and then people message you saying, "No, you're in my league," and I'm
mm,
like, "Oh, am I?" And then you have that little bit of back and forth. That doesn't happen in
no,
any other football game. Do you mean it
no,
just
no,
doesn't? The community is great. And I think once more people cotton on to that, it's a proper community. Um, yeah, it just like I said, it just means so much more than a game. It's not a game, is it? Not really.
yeah.
It's a community. It's a social experience.
Yeah, I think just the way the world is going, the way everyone's working from home, everyone's offices are
Mm,
closing, remote living is becoming. I'm work for an English company. Yeah, I live in Mexico. I think I'm becoming
yeah,
quite a common story. I'm seeing a lot of people
yeah,
move to cheaper countries, move to sunnier countries, move. And with that, you lose some community, and I think these games are really getting more popular because they keep you in touch with football fans. They keep you in touch with
yeah,
people
yeah,
around the world, and like you said, as soon as you start to watch a stream, as soon as you watch another stream, you just your network in your head is just growing. You're like, oh, trust the process. I know him.
yeah.
Oh, Dollar Club. There's Dollar Club. Oh, there's
And
Amreezy.
then
It's great.
you get like you'll just get a random message on Discord and there's somebody wanting to negotiate a transfer.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen
No.
anywhere else. I know it happens in So Rare a bit, but So Rare is different. You don't,
Yeah.
it's I still think So Rare is more of a guessing game.
Oh
The
yeah,
better the
massively.
cards, the better the cards, the better you guess. But it's still a guessing game. You
Yeah.
don't know. Nobody knows how they're going to play. Whereas MFL is an actual football manager game.
Yeah.
I find them chalk and cheese. I find them completely different. But
Massively.
yeah,
Yeah. No, for me, it's huge. It's hugely different. And the other thing that's just so amazing about it compared to Football Manager is that it continues. They have it forever.
yeah,
Next season, and you have a history. You have something about Football Manager that I kind of struggled with in recent years is that I can't tell anyone about that Wigan save that I did
yeah.
five,
No, no,
6 years ago because it's just been
yeah.
forgotten. And I'm on a new thing now with AFC Wimbledon, and you're just each year you
But you
have
think
your own project.
But you can look at it this way though. I Obviously the difference with MFL is we're all playing in the same world. We're all in the same league structure. We could all meet, but you don't see many people sharing goals from Football Manager. Going, oh my god, look this goal my midfielder
That's
scored from
true.
the halfway line. It does happen, but people are like, oh yeah, I've scored a million goals like that. Whereas with a
Yeah,
Football Manager, somebody will post and the community will be like, oh my god, or they'll start ripping the goalkeeper, or they'll start ripping the
yeah,
tactics, or they in jest, but people
yes,
are more interested in what's happening. And I think in the future, if it does, really blow up, those top teams, they could become known.
Mm,
We can't be a million miles away from a team getting sponsored. Something I've considered trying to,
yeah.
asking around some of my friends in local businesses, saying, "Look, $20 a month, you can sponsor my club." And
Where do they
I'll
get mentioned? In the team name
well,
or?
yeah, well, you can mock up the AI shirts and you can tag them on your
Uh-huh.
socials. $20 a month. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I think that's something which crossed my mind, but it's probably not going to happen. But being the first team to have an official sponsor, because it's going to happen, isn't it?
It is. It
If things
is.
keep going the way they are, it's going to happen, and that
Yeah,
would
no,
be
definitely.
crazy. It would be crazy because
Yeah.
if you think about it, we are chairman, and we are the chairman of our agencies. So you have these just like real life. Some of these guys at the top are obviously well off. You can't be spending 3 or 4 thousand pound on a player without having plenty of money. So we've kind of already got that. We've already got the oligarchs running the
Hmm.
Diamond League, and that's not the case for everyone, but you know what I'm saying? Eventually, that's what it will take. It will take people with serious money to compete at the top, and then the rest of
Yeah.
us will be at the bottom playing for a dollar.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can definitely see it going that way.
Yeah,
Definitely, because it does still feel so early in
yeah,
the world that it's building, and you can just see like I just think because it's quite a simple site in terms of how it looks. Like if you take someone from a football manager background and you show them it, they'll be like, "What? This is too basic."
yeah.
But then like you just say, "No,
No,
no,
but
no,
it's
just give it a
perfect.
bit of time." Yeah,
I think I think that it's a bit of a feat. I think how fast it is and how responsive the site is.
yeah,
You're searching for players and you think it's loading up. I don't know. I don't know how big the database is. A couple 100,000 players, isn't it? It's phenomenal. And everything just works really well. I think the design is great. And you look at Football Manager now with a lot of the criticisms about the UI,
yeah,
and then MFL's UI is beautiful in
yeah,
comparison. It is simple. You can find everything what you need at the click of a button. You don't have to go menu dive in. And I've no doubt they're just going to keep adding to it. I want them to. Hopefully, they'll add proper club histories.
mm,
Hopefully, they'll add. I don't know, maybe like agents. If you're the agency, maybe you'll add a little bit more about all of your teams combined rather than individual teams.
yeah,
Um, I think the club delegation is coming, isn't it? That's going to be
yeah.
massive. Delegating clubs out is going to be huge. Something I would probably consider. Um, I was reading the white paper the other day. I know it hasn't been updated for a while when it says come in soon, but they're talking about multiple positions within one club.
Mm,
Multiple delegations within a club, and that just sounds like the dream, doesn't it? Especially if
yeah,
you're playing as a family. I know there's quite a few people I've seen on Twitter where it may be like a dad and two sons or daughters or whatever, and they've got a little family agency with. I think that's brilliant.
yeah.
So
That's
good.
cool. Zootert, welcome to the chat. How are you, Zootert? How was your Christmas, Zootert? Do let us know. How was Christmas? And about your point with the no one shares goals from Football Manager, but they do on MFL. I also
Yeah,
think the one game a day thing is just perfect
yeah.
for a type of person that has a family or a job or doesn't
Yeah.
have hours like we did when we were like 16 to play these games. It's
Mm,
just the perfect amount that it doesn't get oversaturated. You can share a goal. You don't have more games that day to watch. So it's
yeah.
just the perfect balance, I think, at the moment.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's how accessible it is as well. I can access it on my iPad, on my phone, on my PC, on my wherever I'm looking at. My phone mainly, I can just quickly load up one of my clubs, click on tactics, make a couple of changes, and I know I'm set. It's so easy to do. I think, like I said, I play Football Manager a lot, and my dream was always to be able to have proper Football Manager mobile. That would have been
Yeah.
great. I know you could play it on a laptop and so on, but the thought of maybe having it on my phone blew my mind. And I know they've got Football Manager Mobile, which I've never got on with. It's just a stripped back
Nice.
version.
Yeah.
But I can play the full version of MFL on my phone. I can trade. I can do everything I need to do. I just think it's great. Just scanning the market, getting notifications, the community, getting notifications from Discord and Twitter and the new Reddit. People are getting involved, and just so many stories that people are sharing, and so much you can just consume it as much as you want, or as little as, like you said, as little as you want.
Yeah.
You can buy a club for $40 or $50. You can buy a load of cheap players, and you can just have a laugh in the lower leagues.
What a game. It's a
Yeah,
free
it's
advertisement.
crazy.
Clip it, send it to MFL. We'll expect the checks in the post.
Yeah, I expect to open a few more limited packs after this advert.
Yeah. We both need a bit more content creator luck now, please, guys. If you're
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
Yaks, fiddle around with the formulas again, please.
yeah. But like I said, I just it's just good fun, isn't it? It's really
Yeah,
good fun.
it is. It's
And
yeah,
I'm just
love it.
I love it. At the moment, I haven't peaked. You know, I'm just like falling in love with it more and more. I haven't peaked at all. Every day I'm checking it. Well, not at the moment, obviously, because the site's been down, but it's been hard, hasn't it, when with the site down? And again, you can see the emotion in the Discord and so on of people, just how much people are relying on it for their daily
Take my
fix.
MFL. I want to spend it.
It's good
Um,
though.
where do
It's
you think the
passion, isn't it?
peak? Where do you think that peak will be for you? Do you have like an idea of like a this
When
many clubs or this many
yeah,
players?
no, I think that once I break even, I think once I break even, because I am, you know, at the end of the day, I'm trying to beat the system, so I am still chasing an ROI.
Yeah,
Um, like I said, I'm nearly there with transfers. I think I could. I'm at the stage now where if I sold everything I own, then I would have made a profit. So I'm not in profit as such, but on paper, if I did sell everything, my agency's valued it a lot more than what my um, how much money I put in. So
nice.
I think when I last worked out, I think if I sold everything, I know it doesn't work like this because I can't sell all the players. A lot of people won't want them, and you know the clubs may sit there for a while. But if I sold everything for his rough valuation, then I'd be up about maybe $250.
These couple of days were a reality check on how addicted we are.
Oh yes,
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
first time I've ever not had it, and like I told you at the beginning, I just check it even if I know there's no progression. I'm just check it just to see.
Well, I'll tell you a good example is the second this stream is finished, I'm going to jump on my PC and I'm going to log onto MFL and I'm going to go in the store and I'm going to buy some packs.
Same.
I'm going to rip those packs and I'm hopefully going to be happy with the players I get.
And that's what's amazing. Like
Yeah,
where you're on the game when even when you're not playing it. Like as soon as this
yeah,
stream's
yeah,
finished, I'm gonna go and investigate that player that I backed now,
yeah,
see what he's like, see if he can play other positions. Then I'm gonna go look at the market, see if people are listing players that they don't want that they've unpacked, maybe a bit
yeah. So
cheaper. All of that stuff.
one of the places I get a lot of my players from is days like today when everyone
Yeah,
rips those packs and they get rid of all of those rubbish players they don't want. I'll just literally I'll spend hours going through finding newly minted players. Anybody
nice.
who's never played a game, if as long as they, you know, 50 and above, I'll just buy them,
Yeah,
buy all of them,
nice.
dollar each, and just see what happens with them.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful model.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, it is.
Um,
It's great.
and I like the way you sort of tweet about it, like how it's I don't know if you've seen my MFL documentary, but I tried
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you tweet a
We
little
do
bit like
it's a similar thing, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah. We both
just have
think
fun with
things
it.
are real.
Yeah, just have fun with it. But they are real.
Yeah.
We do own. They are. You know, we own the clubs. They are real
Yeah.
clubs. They
Yeah.
might not be actual living, breathing players, but you know, they exist within our universe. Have your fun in it. You know,
Yeah.
I just sometimes do tweets like, "Oh, there's been interest in this player." You know,
Yeah.
somebody sent me a low ball offer, and I'm rejecting it outright. But I'll sometimes tweet going, "Oh, you know, there's been a lot of interest here. The club don't want to confirm or deny anything at this stage,
Yeah.
and why not?" In it,
Nah.
like I said, life needs to be fun.
It's great. If you're not following what's the handle? Dollar MFL?
I've got a clue at
So-
dollar MFL
I
at
think
dollar
yeah.
MFL.
I
Yeah,
feel like it's at
yeah,
Dollar MFL. But if it's not,
that's,
just search Dollar
yeah, it is.
MFL.
Yeah,
You'll
it's
find it.
at dollar MFL, and the Reddit is MFL
MFL
game.
game.
Yeah,
So go check both of those out, guys. If you're watching this in the future, which most of you do, go like, subscribe the video. Check out Dollar Club. Go follow him on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Anything else we need to promote?
well, the only thing I'd say is, like I said, a lot of people message me asking me for advice on how I do things and stuff. my DMs are open at the moment.
Slide
If
in,
anybody ever
guys.
wants to ask if anybody wants to ask questions about, the transparency and the money side or anything at all, I'll answer any question. I don't,
Nice.
it's
And
part
if
of the
any,
fun.
and I'll accept any free loans as well in my DM. So but we've both got different types of messages we're willing to accept right now. Paul, you are welcome back anytime. We're gonna
Thank
have you
you very
back in the
much.
future. We'll get you.
Maybe
We'll get you back. I can't wait. I
maybe
love
in a
your
season or
story.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah, see what the agency's like when it's full of rare players. Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah.
great.
When I got all of these for $1. They just
Yeah,
all
when
progressed.
I'm
I
in
kept them and
when I'm in Diamond, yeah,
with your sponsorship.
with my sponsors, yeah.
Yeah. But
Ah,
seriously, mate, thank you for coming. It was lovely getting to know you. Now I have a more of an idea of who you are. I love it. We're
no
friends.
problem.
It's official,
It's my
Paul.
pleasure. We are friends. I look forward to those loans.
Yes, and the house swap. Stay
Yeah,
tuned for the Mexico Wales house swap, maybe coming to cinemas near you soon.
yeah. Holiday too.
Yeah. All right, mate. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you
All
next
the
week.
best.